impartial only to the Constitution. Their job is to uphold the oath to the Constitution. So technically, they're all supposed to be completely unbiased in this argument. That has never happened, and it will never fucking happen. And it's idiotic to assume that it's going to happen. And these people are all fucking liars, and of course they're going to vote along party lines, and they did. But that is the impartial fucking check and balance that the Congress is supposed to provide to the executive office. You know, 101 government shit. That does not happen, though, because they're all corrupt assholes.
I want to alert everyone that there is some very graphic, violent footage coming, just so people are aware.
Okay, all right, whatever. All right, let's keep going.
I wasn't fully aware of everything else that was happening in the building, and just the total awareness of that, the enormity of this, the threat, not just to us as people, as lawmakers, but the threat to...
I watched some this morning.
The more glorious in the end will be our victory.
We're not expecting Trump's team to take as long, but they have to undo all the emotional mess that has been brought up to the surface and all these senators who've been watching. If the senators who have been watching, who are feeling completely torn up about what they saw and yet completely not comfortable with the idea of convicting the president on it, if they are looking for an excuse, they're just going to be listening for whatever words drop out of the Trump lawyers' mouths that give them that answer. They don't have as cohesive a GOP bloc as they thought they did going in. They have to keep together who they have.
I think I'll just say this much, okay? I think that everything that we saw this past these past 2 weeks, or this past week basically, was expected, right? You expect Republicans to behave this way, except for one thing. And this is not a joke. This might come across like a joke, but I'm not kidding. And that is Theodore Jebediah Cruz's haircut. This is probably the worst thing I've ever seen in a week of horrible politics. Because honestly, I have lost sleep for the past week. I've lost sleep thinking about this haircut, which I believe is inspired by this haircut, but not as cool as this haircut. This is the most disgusting thing that the Republicans did this past week, on a week where they defended Donald Trump after criticizing him lightly and gently. Bro, that's a Texas stable. It's called the South Dallas Shag. Motherfucker Ted Cruz drippy son, get off my mans. It's like, leave it up to Ted Cruz to really constantly one-up himself as the grossest person in Congress. You know what I mean? Like, that's a title that he will hold on to as long as he is alive, I think. My guy wanted barbershops to reopen to get that abomination. There's nothing else I need to say. He has a literal fucking Aang style, like he has the Aang arrow on the side of his head, dude. What are you, a fucking airbender? What are you doing? Did he go to those like Instagram barbers where they literally use a fucking ruler to do your fade? He almost has turf bangs. Like, what the fuck happened? It's just devastating. Fight your stepdad. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. What a funny name. Fight your stepdad. This is a normal human being haircut. Ted Cruz researches human hairstyles thoroughly to maintain normal status. I don't know what he thought when he did this. I didn't know what he was thinking when he did the fucking when he did the beard. Ted Cruz is the only man on the planet to grow a beard out, like a full beard, and look worse. Because as we boys know, you know, that's our cheat code. We grow a beard, it's like extra, we get better looking. It's like male makeup. You know what I mean? Ted Cruz is the only dude to look worse after growing a beard. As long as you can fully grow the beard, obviously. He was thinking about butter. He just told the barber to do what they want, and it was a white radical barber. I just don't know what the fuck was going on. Was he getting a haircut and then he heard about, like, he was getting a fucking haircut and he heard about the impeachment trial, so he was like, all right, we'll take this up later. I gotta be done now. Did James Marco St. Marco cut his hair? Like, what the fuck happened here? Like, this is the most. This is when you try. This is what happens. Like when your barber is too Caucasian, okay? But you want to try some new shit. That's what happened here. Someone back in Canada that this was a cool haircut in America. He was Googling haircuts that do not make you look like the Zodiac Killer. Anyway, so yeah, that's what the fuck Ted Cruz was going for, but I guess it didn't happen for him. Yeah, business on the front, insurrection in the back. Exactly. He literally walked in and said, "Fuck my shit up." He didn't know how to change it on his character creation screen. Lots of the Tory rugby boys in the UK have that Ted Cruz look at the moment. It's just very weird. It's like the Vikings haircut. You know the Vikings on History Channel where like they would just get this like aggressive fade that was like literally your entire head except for the front of it. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you fade like one part and then just stop? It makes no fucking sense. Your boy Manny fuck I Sanchez about the South Dallas shag. Yeah, I know. What no pussy does to a motherfucker? Yeah, true. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about that. I want to take a moment to just like talk about the worst thing that happened, but we'll continue with the fucking impeachment. But before we do, it is top of the hour. Every hour. It's top of the hour every hour. It's time for a 60-second ad break. Right now, ladies and gentlemen. The first of the day. The first fucking ad break of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and NBs. I'm going to run it now. If you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free. All right, I ran the fucking ad already. Haircut is a distraction to overthrow the government. Well, I guess his haircut worked because... Quick meme. I guess his fucking haircut worked because I'm talking about his haircut instead of... Oh, yeah, he is doing the virgin walk. Because I'm talking about his haircut more than I'm talking about the fucking insurrection and shit, so... Like, it literally worked. It does look like the Komodo hype emote, dude. Maybe that's what he was celebrating. Is it weird that I really miss Trump's tweets? I'm glad this asshole's out of office, but his tweets are so good. Yeah, I miss them too. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. So let's get back to it.
It's a bitterly cold day in Washington, and Trump's lawyers start their arguments.
So we're expecting Trump's team to basically make the argument that what happened on January 6th was a terrible, awful, tragic thing, but that it's not the president's fault. It is striking how many Republicans who seem committed to vote to acquit are also saying that they found the House manager's case extremely compelling.
Throughout the course of today, my colleagues and I will explain in some detail The simple fact that President Trump did not incite the horrific, terrible riots of January 6th.
And Mr. Trump's speech deserves full protection under the First Amendment. This case, unfortunately, is about political hatred.
The defense lawyers repeatedly claim that House managers manipulated evidence and selectively edited quotes.
This hatred has led the House managers to manipulate and selectively edit Mr. Trump's speech.
They manipulated video, time-shifting clips, and made it...
Which is why our defense is going to consist of, like, extra manipulated videos. Videos that literally fucking say the exact opposite thing that that the person is saying. Like the Madonna one, for example. Like, which is wonderful. The wonderful part about this was, like, they're straight up were like, what we're going to end up doing here is make fucking videos that are somehow worse. Like, they LSF clip chimped the shit out of this. You guys know all that. We already looked at that earlier this week, where they even used Madonna. They were like, oh, Madonna wants to fucking bomb the White House or something. When, like, straight up, immediately after that clip, Madonna's like, but that wouldn't change anything. Violence wouldn't solve anything, so I would never do that, or some shit like that. And they just, like, clip out the part where it just says, like, I want to bomb the White House. Which, by the way, even if she literally was a terrorist and said that, would have absolutely nothing to do with the trial at hand, okay? This is an impeachment trial for Donald Trump. You can't just be like, well, other people say stuff all the time. Like, that doesn't mean anything, okay? Madonna's not the fucking president. We're not impeaching Madonna, so shut the fuck up.
It appear the president's words were playing to a crowd.
In total, they used less than 3 hours to argue that Trump should be acquitted.
Hold on.
So we have a complete lack of evidence for the article of impeachment presented by the House managers. So why are we here? Politics. Their goal is to eliminate a political opponent. Members of the Senate, this concludes the formal defense of the 45th President of the United States to the impeachment article filed by the House of Representatives.
And the Senate quickly moves to questioning each side on their arguments.
Mr. President, I send a question to the desk directed at both sides.
I send a question to the desk.
I send a question to the desk.
I send a question to the desk.
Senator Sanders has a question.
Are the prosecutors right when they claim that Trump was telling a big lie, or in your judgment, did Trump actually win the election?
The people had spoken, and it was time for the peaceful transfer of power.
In my judgment, it's irrelevant to the question before this body.
Senator Bill Cassidy raises a question on when President Trump knew of the danger to Vice President Pence.
I know he ended up voting, but I will never get over the fact that Bill Cassidy literally looks like Frankenstein's monster, like the animated Frankenstein's monster. I can never find it, the exact one, but he just straight up looks like an animated Frankenstein's monster. It's like a kid's cartoon, though. One day I'll find it. Every time it gets brought up, I think about it, and I can never find the exact one. I think it's like, wait, hold on. I think I might actually find it. This is completely unrelated, but it's just something that I need to... I don't know what it is. Like, look.
He raises a question on when...
Like, Hotel Transylvania? Yeah, I think so. Wait, is that it? Hold on. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. No. It's like more green than that and like more human looking. No. Frankenberries, maybe? Is that the one? It's like one thing. Hold on. Well, this is really important. No, it's not Frankenberries. No. The Lurch cartoon is the Teen Scooby-Doo and the Monster High School one, I bet. No, he just looks like a white Frankenberry. No, no, no. I mean, he looks like different variations of Frankenstein's monster, but like
question before this body.
Senator Bill Cassidy raises a question.
I'm gonna find it. Like, I'm gonna actually find it for you. It's not from a no, no, no. It's not a video. It's like, it's not old. It's not like an old movie. It's not live action. It's definitely a cartoon. No, it's not that either. It's more like Alvin and the Chipmunks meets Frankenstein? No, I don't think it's that either, but this is really important work. I'm sorry. Like, you have to No, it's not that either. Fuck. It's like, is it from a video game or something? I don't know what it is. It's like, I mean, look at this, dude. It's definitely not that. Hold on. No, that's not it either. Guys, it's like a kids cartoon. You're sending me Frankensteins of all different.
This car is.
Rick and Morty version? No, I don't think so. No, you're literally sending me the wrong. You're sending me the wrong Frankensteins, okay? Yeah, it's this one, dude. It's not a political cartoon. It might be Creeper from Scooby-Doo, maybe? No, it's not. Stop sending me the same ones over and over again! You're thinking of Solomon Grundy? Okay, I'm gonna start banning people. Okay, fuck you guys. All right, we're never gonna find it. We're just one day I'll find it. You're just fucking with me now. None of these look like it. Phineas and Ferb? No, I don't think that's it. I'm so consistently disappointed in this audience. Like, other streamers fucking ask for shit like when they're doing debates or whatever, and their audience is always trying to be helpful. My audience is the exact fucking opposite. No, it's not that one. But this is the closest one to it, but it's not that. It might be from a fucking video game or something, but like, I don't know. It's not. It's not. It's not this, dude. He doesn't look like that at all. Why do you think he looks like that? You're moving further and further away from the actual fucking... I don't even know what this is. Monster Mash and shit. Someone else made that same take, apparently. Definitely the zombie from Plants and Zombies. Wait, is that it? Please be this one. What? No, it's not. Oh, what the fuck? That's not it at all. That is not it. That's not even remotely it. It might be from a video game. I can't remember where it is. There's like one that he looks exactly like, okay? know why I can never find it. I can't move on. Every time it's like come up. No, it's not Solomon Grundy. What? Twitch hates them. The top 10 banned streamers of the Score Esports. They included you in the thumbnail. Yeah, I am one of the top 10 banned streamers. No, it's not from The Simpsons. He does kind of look like this dude as well, but it's not this. It's recent. It's a new one. It's not like a old one. It's a new Frankenstein, and I think it's either animated or CGI. It can be a fucking video game Frankenstein. I can't remember if it's from a video game or from a child's cartoon. The VeggieTales Franken-Celery? Yeah, no, that's not it. It's not Hotel Transylvania's Frankenstein. It also could be from a cereal. I can't remember. Oh! Oh! Why would you do that? It's Tombstone? No, it's not Tombstone. And it's not the Rick and Morty one either. We will find this. Maybe Young Frankenstein? Is that a thing? Like, why can I? Is it from my dreams? Like, did I fucking imagine like a Young Frankenstein that's like animated? One day I will find him before I move on. This is it. Open it up. Okay, here. All right, I'm starting to issue bans on purpose. If you're tossing like wrong ones on purpose, I'm gonna start issuing bans. I can't remember if it's fucking 2D or 3D. It's driving me nuts. It's not the Rick and Morty one, even though that is close. But it's making me go fucking crazy, dude. It's out there and it's making me go fucking insane. Hold on, I'm just gonna close all the tabs to the right here. No, it's not Baby Frankenstein. It's like a teenage Frankenstein. And I can't remember if it's 2D or 3D now. I have it so... Bro, how many times are you gonna fucking post this? It's not that one. I can't remember if it's fucking 2D or 3D. We have 26,000 people in here and we can't fucking find this. It's so pathetic. We're done. We're absolutely done. We're done with this as a community. We're done in general. We have failed. Super Monsters Netflix animated kids show. Is that it? Do I see it on like Netflix when I No, that's not it. It's fucking definitely not it. No, that's like a baby Frankenstein. It's not Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay, I gotta stop looking at it. No. Bro, I swear to God, if we find it, you will know. You will know. Because it looks exactly like him. This one's pretty close too, but it's not it. It's Hugh Neutron? What? Bait? This is Bait, isn't it? No, it's not Hugh Neutron. Most recent animated? No, it's not it. No, it's not Frank and Weenie. No. It's not this one. It's not. Hold on. Okay, we're going to find it. We're going to find it before I get back. We have to. Stop. Okay, I'll move on. I'll move on. I think it's not Hotel Transylvania. I thought it was. Oh, it's that one, you think? Oh, that's pretty cool, man. That's it, I think. Yeah, here's a 1 week ban. Fuck you. Okay. That's a 1 week ban too. Next one's a perma. You have looked at it? Search toy or doll. You have looked at it on stream before? I found it before? Dude. Not joking. I found it fits all Frankenstein images. Oh, dude. Hell yeah, dude. 1 week. Can you at least tell us what color it is? I think it's green. Like, I remember it being like darkish green. Yeah, no, you're going to get banned for 2 weeks if you're fucking with me on purpose right now. I'm not even, yeah, fuck with me. Joke with me. Yeah. Fuck around and absolutely find out. If you're making an honest attempt, then I won't ban you. If I'm banning you from the Frankenstein shit, mods know that they weren't making an honest attempt. If they try to get unbanned, know that they are from the Frankenstein shit, like, know that they absolutely were not making an honest attempt. It's not old. It's not old. It is not old. It is not old. It is not old. It's new. It's like relatively new. It's not a false memory, dude. And no, it's not Lurch from the Addams Family one. No. This is the stupidest unlock I've ever been in. Frankenstein DLC teaser? What? Wait, who the fuck sent that? Which one fucking sent that? Wait, where the fuck did it go? Who sent that to me? Expired hot sauce? Yeah, fucking actually expired. $14-month sub. Fuck with me, dude. There you go. Fuck with me, bitch. There you go. Have fun. Have fucking fun, dude. Have fun with that, okay? Eat that fucking permanent ban. All right. I just permanently banned a fucking 14-month sub. You think I'm not going to fucking permanently ban you? All right, we're done. Let's move on. We're not going to find it. It's so sad, but we're just not going to find it. Let's keep going.
Question on when President Trump knew of the danger to Vice President Pence.
Does this show that President Trump was tolerant of the intimidation?
See you on Okay Buddy, bitch, where you fucking make a compilation of crying videos about how you didn't actually mean it. You just wanted to make me laugh. And that, it was so funny.
Of Vice President Pence.
I dispute the facts that are laid out in that question.
Abruptly, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calls for an end to
fucking thin blue line.
The session and asks to award a Congressional Gold Medal to Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman.
Officer Goodman is in the chamber tonight. Officer Goodman, thank you.
We're done. We're done.
And the trial ends, picking up early Saturday morning with the expectation that it will conclude quickly.
Chat, when you said we're pathetic, help?
Closing
No.
arguments.
No, chat, when I say you're pathetic, is like, oh yeah, you think this is pathetic? Wait till I unlock my full potential. Okay? That's what happens. Every time I fucking yell at chat, they're like, haha, you've seen nothing yet, sir. You have no idea how fucking horrible we can be. Frankenstein is now a trending term with... Oh, great. No, it's not. Oh, interest over time.
Expected today in the Senate trial of Donald Trump. Welcome to this Washington Post special report. I'm Libby Casey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, Senators.
But lead impeachment manager Jamie Raskin...
Yeah, I should change my fucking shirt, dude. You are not being my little pog champ right now. It's not from Monster Family. I gotta stop. I gotta stop clicking fucking Frankenstein links.
Starts by asking to
We're
call
just not gonna
one
find
witness, Republican Representative Jamie Herrera Butler.
People asking for an unban, and like people in a coordinated effort, especially amongst the core audience of offliners who will now engage in a coordinated effort to unban, will also get banned as well subsequently. Don't even fuck with me. Don't start it. You're doing it. You're already doing it.
We would like
You're
the
derailing the
opportunity
stream.
to
Stop
subpoena
derailing the
Congresswoman
stream.
Herrera regarding her communications with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, and to subpoena her contemporaneous notes that she made regarding what President Trump told Kevin McCarthy in the middle of the insurrection. We would be prepared to proceed by Zoom deposition of an hour or less.
Not by Zoom. None of these depositions should be done.
This is the best part. Here comes the best part where you realize that, like, oh, they're very good at, okay, guys, stop. I need to stop clicking on these fucking stupid links. I'm losing my mind. This is the part during the impeachment where you recognize that, like, they're fucking they're just trying to derail the process.
Done by Zoom. We didn't do this hearing by Zoom.
It's not this one.
These depositions should be done in person, in my office, in Philadelphia. That's where they should be done.
So the question we have before us is whether...
I'm going to say Philadelphia.
There shall be an order to consider and debate under the rules of impeachment any motion to subpoena witnesses or documents. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Barrasso, Mr. Blumenthal, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Blunt, Mr. Booker, Mr. Bozeman, Murphy, Sanders, Romney, Rosen.
The motion is agreed to by a vote of 55 to 45.
The vote throws the day into chaos as senators figure out how to proceed.
PK, what can you tell us about what kind of a surprise this may have been to members of this Senate jury?
Nobody, this was a totally organic moment. The Democrats went into the floor today expecting to not even vote on witnesses, to have a motion that would go straight to closing arguments.
if you do nothing following this, then what was that vote that we just watched this morning?
And nobody knows what the next steps are in this process.
Eventually, a deal to move on quickly is struck. Herrera Butler's statement is submitted for the record.
The managers are prepared to enter into the agreement. I will now read the statement. This is the statement of Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler, February 12, 2021. That's when, according to McCarthy, the president said, "Well, Kevin, I guess these people are more upset about the election than you are."
So that's like pretty fucked up. It's kind of like a mob boss. Like that conversation taking place with technically one of the most powerful fucking Republicans is quite a ridiculous conversation to take place. Where he basically is saying like, oh, well, I guess they're just more mad than you are about the election outcome. Too bad.
Without objection, the statement will be admitted into evidence.
Then they move on
It's
to
not
closing
it,
arguments.
dude. Okay,
Though
why
it
are
is
you guys
difficult
like
to
trying
bear
to fucking
witness
speed run into
and face
getting
the
banned?
reality of what happened in these halls?
Yeah, dude. It's voodoo Vince, dude. You got it. It's this, okay? Are you happy? Are you happy you derailed it? You got your fucking you got heard, okay? You got heard. Everybody saw it. You're really funny. You're the funniest person on stream, dude. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations for being so fucking funny that you made the same exact fucking joke every single fucking person has done 1,100 times before you, to the degree that I'm like actually fucking banning people. Okay? Good job. You won, dude. You won.
What happens if we don't confront these facts? What happens if there is no accountability?
And I believe that this body can rise to the occasion once again today by convicting President Trump, defending our republic.
To believe, based on the evidence you have seen, that Mr. Trump actually wanted and indeed willfully incited an armed insurrection to overthrow the U.S. government.
You did this to yourself? No, I didn't. And I'm trying to fucking actively not do it to myself, okay? By yelling at chat and by fucking using the only regulatory tools I have at my disposal, like banning people. That's the only way to fucking scale it back a little bit and dial it back a little bit to make sure that chat is having a more productive fucking conversation, okay? So, like, stop doing this thing where you're like, dude, it's your fault that we are the way we are, so we're just gonna fucking keep acting like babies. It's so dumb when I'm in the process of trying to literally reel it fucking in. Jesus Christ, dude. Sorry, I'm going to be a fucking asshole. I'm going to be a fucking baby no matter what you do, and you can't do anything to fix it. And while you're trying to fucking fix it with the limited tools that you have in your hand, I'm going to keep being a fucking baby and say that it's your fucking fault while being a baby. Good argument, dude.
Government would be absurd. With your vote, you can defend the Constitution, you can protect due process, and you can allow America's healing to begin. I urge the Senate to acquit and vindicate the Constitution of this great republic. Thank you.
The Senate is now ready to vote on the article of impeachment.
Senators, how say you?
No,
Is
that's
the
not it.
respondent Donald John Trump guilty or not guilty? A roll call vote is required, and the clerk will call the roll.
I think they were just saying you asked for us to find Frankenstein shit, so that's why we're spamming Frankenstein shit. No, I know, and I'm not fucking banning people that are sending me Frankenstein shit. I said I'm banning people that are sending very clearly idiotic fucking things that are unrelated and not making an honest effort. Stop pulling me back into this fucking conversation. I literally said it over and over again. Like, I'm not going to ban you if you're genuinely making an honest effort to try to find it. And I didn't ban any of those people. I only banned people that were sending stupid shit or poop socks or things like that.
Brown. Mr. Brown, guilty. Mr. Durbin. Mr. Burr, guilty.
In just under a week, the second impeachment trial of the former president reaches its expected conclusion.
Donald John Trump, former President of the United States, is not guilty as charged in the article of impeachment.
Trump is acquitted. However, 7 Republicans joined Democrats in supporting conviction, bringing the final vote to 57 in favor to 43 against. While falling short of the 2/3 majority needed, it is the most bipartisan vote on conviction of a president in U.S. history.
There's no question that President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day. But in this case, the question is moot because former President Trump is constitutionally not eligible for conviction.
Oh, these cowardly senators who couldn't face up to what the president did and what was at stake for our country are now going to have a chance to give a little slap on the wrist. We censure people for using stationery for the wrong purpose. We don't censure people for inciting insurrection that kills people in the country.
She said Mitch McConnell was a pathetic. What did she say? She actually went off. What's so bad about McConnell's BS excuse is that literally no one will see a statement that he's 100% guilty. They'll just see the acquittal. Yeah. She called Mitch McConnell pathetic. A pathetic coward, which it doesn't mean anything, but it's like, I guess, aggressive for someone like Nancy Pelosi. So this didn't actually show the parts of the impeachment that I wanted to show, which was it showed the Philadelphia part. That's pretty funny. So what basically ended up happening is in order not to extend this process to an unmanageable and ridiculous point that the lawyers were literally arguing for by saying, oh, we're going to bring hundreds of witnesses then, and we're not going to do the witnesses by Zoom. We're actually going to do the witnesses in person in Philadelphia in my office. Ironic because that same fucking injury lawyer, that personal injury lawyer, that ambulance chaser motherfucker is literally the guy who had originally sued Donald Trump for his statements about the election being fraudulent. So what the gamble that the Democrats made in that circumstance was, all right, we can't do this. We can't have hundreds of witnesses and like prolong this trial to a degree that is unmanageable and have Republicans used as a weapon against us to not do anything because it's like built-in obstruction basically. So we're just going to make a bullshit compromise. We're going to have like some of the statements written on the record. But the problem is, the problem is like you didn't make an argument. You didn't make an argument for why you should impeach Donald Trump beyond like all the stuff that we knew already. And you certainly didn't stress the importance of why we should impeach Donald Trump to the American people so that the American people then could say, yeah, it's kind of worthwhile to impeach Donald Trump. It's pretty crazy. So what is another problem here is that so many Republicans are just terrified of Donald Trump and Donald Trump's fans. And they're not just like regular voters. They are fans. So it became a time waste for no reason. But the most dangerous part about this is if you truly care about the precedent and the Constitution, the constitutionality of the actions that Donald Trump had taken, the moment that you start an impeachment process, as Nancy Pelosi had in the House, you have to follow through on it to completion. You can't just half-ass it because now it is actually precedent. Now, Donald Trump's actions and his acquittal is actually precedent. So Republicans basically created precedent for future Republicans and even Democrats, if they want to use it, where the president can do whatever the fuck he wants in the last month of his presidency in a lame duck session because there simply isn't going to be enough time to impeach them. Or they can do whatever the fuck they want as long as they resign afterwards. Like, that is an insane precedent to state. And the only person on the Republican side that I heard make this argument was Burr from North Carolina. And that's why he was like, yeah, I have to vote to impeach him. So now, all we have is yet another precedent that Republicans can use in the future to say, well, you know, Donald Trump didn't get fucking impeached. So this next, you know, President Cannibal Hitler, who did the beer hall push, should not be impeached because he resigned right after. If there is one in the future, I'm saying. So it's terrible. Oh, I'm sure not one Democrat thinking the same thing. I'm sure some Democrats are aware of that. It wasn't an argument made all that much, though. It wasn't an argument that I heard a lot. So the worst part about it is, as Delayed Autistic Guppy is pointing out, and that's what I was going to show. Does anyone have Mitch McConnell's take? His final statements? Because I want to go to that really quickly. The ridiculous fucking thing that he said was that where is it? No, not the 20-minute speech. There's a small part of it here. This is
yeas are 57.
Here.
And instructions of their president. But in this case, the question is moot because former President Trump is constitutionally not eligible for conviction. I believe the best...
This is wait, hold on. Let's start with the actual take. Sorry, here.
That President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day.
President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day with his rhetoric. Okay, so that's one.
No
He's
question
admitting
about
it. No question about it.
The people who stormed this building believed they were acting on the wishes and instructions of their president. But in this case, the question is moot because former President Trump is constitutionally not eligible for conviction. I believe the best constitutional reading shows that Article 2, Section 4 exhausts the set of persons who can legitimately be impeached, tried, or convicted. It's the president, it's the vice president, and civil officers.
When this distinguished group of...
So Mitch McConnell basically said, I'm voting to acquit because it's unconstitutional to impeach someone after their term has run out. But Mitch McConnell is the literal reason why they had to do this in the Senate after Donald Trump was no longer president, because he's the one who did not want to whip enough votes to get unanimous consent to continue on with the fucking impeachment processes. Or I don't even think you needed to fucking get unanimous consent. He's the one who pushed forward the Senate part of the conviction until after Donald Trump's term was over. So he is the fucking reason why this unconstitutional argument could even be used. And it's bullshit. It's not even unconstitutional. Well, now they can use it as though it's unconstitutional because now there is a precedent for it. In the past, prior to this, the precedent wasn't that it was fucking unconstitutional, that it was perfectly constitutional to impeach a president or just any member of Congress after they were done with their service. Okay? Great. Good stuff. Not members of Congress? No, fucking everyone. Everyone. Also, he was outvoted on constitutionality, so he just admitted that he voted on conviction under false pretenses. Why do you say that? Has that happened before? Yes, it has happened before. What makes it unconstitutional? Because people voted against it? No. It's not whether it's constitutional or unconstitutional. It is precedent. Okay? So, basically, All of this is a game, is a back and forth game where Republicans are acting out their ideological desires for their long-standing ideological points for their party, versus Democrats doing the exact same thing. They look to things that are happening in the past, okay? Precedent, as like, this has happened before. The interpretation of the Constitution is applicable here and also has happened in the past where a person has been impeached after they resigned. It's officers of the executive and judicial that can be. There is precedent against Congress, but that was established in a late impeachment that only held late impeachment could take place, not that Congress members could take place. Is that really how precedent works? I wouldn't think a lost vote would make a precedent to acquit in the future. No, now you have a more legitimate, a more solidified argument to establish precedent for the future. If a president does a similar thing that Donald Trump did, you can literally point back to exactly what happened in the fucking Senate this time around to say there's precedent for it. We acquitted, we functionally acquitted Donald Trump after we functionally acquitted Donald Trump on the grounds that he was no longer the president. So it doesn't matter. Precedent overall doesn't fucking matter anyway. It's just used as a talking point to justify your point of view. It's only political precedent. It's not legally binding. It doesn't matter that it's not legally binding, brother. We're talking about impeachment trials. And impeachment trials are completely political regardless. Do you not understand? So now in the future, you have, I guess you can call it whatever you want. You can call it the lame duck exception or the January exception or the Trump exception if you want to, where you can do whatever the fuck you want. And as long as your party backs you, and as long as your party's on your side and they delay the process, you can either resign or literally fucking continue until you're done with your term. And it's God mode, basically. Yes, the judiciary has no pardon over this. I have no power over this of this at all. I know. I'm talking about fucking Congress. Impeachment means nothing is not true. It is not true at all. Another weird thing about McConnell's speech is that he dangled the potential for Trump to be criminally liable outside the scope of impeachment. Yes. The reason it's based on precedent is also due to the fact that presidents can be impeached for crimes that aren't crimes for ordinary citizens, high crimes. Exactly. So each impeachment is a huge deal in terms of precedent as it sets a clear legal argument why said high crime isn't impeachable. Yes. Anyway, yeah, skip that comment. Yeah, it's called the President of the United States. It's called the President of the United States Gomer. Yeah, skip that comment. Yeah, your comment was moronic, but here, now that I didn't skip that comment, here's a 7-day fucking ban for you, okay? You fucking idiot. Are you happy? What's up, Austin? Yeah, you did a really good fucking job, dude. Chat must have missed your attention so much that they all went and made stocks to troll you once you got back or something. Chat's acting up today. Yeah, I think because I haven't been like covering politics all that much or all that closely for the past past week. I think that like people literally have, you know, they had separation anxiety. Anyway, the damn start impeachment process. Do you think they knew it would fail? If so, why did they push it though? Do they have the No, Democrats starting the impeachment process is understandable, dude. What are you gonna do? Not fucking impeach? That would be even worse overall for them. Like, you can't fucking say Donald Trump is inciting violence and riots in this country that end up with like people dying, and then not follow on a fucking impeachment process. So you're stuck in that. You're stuck in a bind there. Like, you have to fucking do that. You literally have to impeach 100%. It's ridiculous. Can you imagine? All the fucking same chatters would be ripping Nancy Pelosi a new asshole for understandable reasons if they didn't do anything. They were like, oh yeah, well, I guess we must look forward, not backwards. Like, are you crazy? Anyway, there are still ways to limit Donald Trump's potential run in the future. There is a way to I forget what the exact like legal argument is, but there's a criminal charge that you can apply to Donald Trump for inciting an incitement of insurrection to stop a constitutionally protected normal process of the Senate, which is exactly what Donald Trump did when they personally tried to stop what was happening. Specifically, personally tried to stop Mike Pence from voting to certify the Electoral College votes on January 6th. So, 14th Amendment Article 2. So that... Wait, hold on. Let me look this up real quick. It's not. It's Section 3, I think. Yeah. Prohibits any person who had gone to war against the Union or given aid and comfort to the nation's enemies from running for federal state office unless Congress by 2/3 specifically permitted it. No, that's not. I don't think it's a... I don't know if it's the disqualification clause. I mean, look, there's a couple different ways that they can at least still try to stop Donald Trump from running again. But the most horrible thing is that precedent only matters when it favors Republicans. For example, Amy Covid Barrett, they ignored the President McConnell made during Obama's term. Yes, of course they did. Precedent doesn't fucking really actually matter. Do you really need a law to prevent someone who led an insurrection to become president? Yes, you do. And by the way, that's not the end all be all anyway. That's not the problem. The problems are much larger than that. There are structural issues that are the reason why someone like Donald Trump could even get this level of power and run the country in the way that he did, that aren't getting solved. This is just another legal hurdle that you can put in front of the process to ensure that it doesn't happen again. But it doesn't mean anything because ultimately the larger problems are not being addressed. Okay? Mods, ban Pepe D, please. And also, every single person that strikes because they're upset. Just, you know, you can nuke it for now. You don't have to ban it, but you can nuke it. Thank you. Fucking morons, dude. Jesus Christ.
House managers were gathered on January 15th to deliver the article.
I warned you literally before the fucking stream started. You're going to do this, you're going to piss me off, and I'm going to fucking ban it.
Of impeachment we're told it could not be received because Mitch McConnell had shut down the Senate and was going to keep it shut down until the inauguration. So for him to get up there and make this indictment against the president and then say, but I can't vote for it because it's after the fact that he established that it could not be delivered before the inauguration. What we saw in that Senate today was a cowardly group of Republicans who apparently have no options because they were afraid to defend